D, E, 5 of spades?
Yeah.
Very nice. We have here a deck of cards, and why don't you just give it a mix, please? A little mix, a little shuffle. Nicely done. All right, cards are all mixed up. Like you to do, please, the standard method, take a card. Go ahead, show it to the camera. All right, excellent, excellent. All right, and why don't you put it right there? Cut the deck there, and let's see. This is a little different. This is psychology. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the deck, and based on your response, it's not something you're going to realize, but you're going to signal to me what your card is just by happening to see it here. So we're going to go through. Okay, I'm not sure I got much of an impression. Maybe I'll have to switch methods here. Tell you, what was the card, please?
5 of spades.
5 of spades. You know what? Just for fun, we're going to spell 5 of spades. F-I-V-E-O-F-S-P-A-D-E. 5 of spades?
Yeah.
Very nice. 5 of spades. Spelling to a card. All you need for this trick is a regular deck of cards. Really like this trick because it's completely impromptu. You can do this with pretty much any deck of cards, and you don't need the cards in any kind of order. And so it's called the spelling trick. So you can have the spectator mix up the cards any way they like. Pick a card, so the spectator picks a card. Now I'm going to do the exposed view here. Queen of diamonds. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go with something a little easier just for explanation purposes. I like something. It'll be a random process, obviously. They'll be able to select any card they want, but we'll assume they picked the 2 of clubs. And that way we don't have to spell quite as much. So, while they're looking at the card, it was a free choice to pick the 2 of clubs. What you do is you secretly look at the bottom card here, which happens to be the 4 of spades. You don't care about this card. All you care about is the 4 of spades at this point. Think in your mind, 4 of spades. Don't forget that card. Now, place the deck down, have them cut, place their card over it, place the deck, complete the cut, but remember they're putting the 4 of spades, the card that you remembered, on top of their card. Now you're ready to go through this ploy. I like to use this ploy. I tell them that I'm going to look for a physical response from them, something they won't know about, but that I will be able to look at, and it's a tell. That's what they call it in gambling. That will indicate to me they might blink or they might get nervous or something when they see their card. So when you go through the cards, you're just showing them the cards, but all you're doing is looking for that 4 of spades. So here, let me just turn it this way because I don't have to show anybody over there. But all you're looking for is the 4 of spades. So kind of go through, and you can go slow and act like you're looking for some kind of response from them. But there it is, 4 of spades. Once I find the 4 of spades, the card I remembered, then I look at the card underneath, which is the 2 of clubs. Now I know that that is their card because of the 4 of spades went right over the 2 of clubs. Now comes the part. Now, as I'm showing the cards, once I know their card, I think in my mind 2 of clubs. Then as I go through the rest of the deck, I actually spell 2 of clubs. T W O O F C L U B S. And if you go back to the performance, you can see how I kind of casually did it. But all I did was continue to go through acting like I'm looking for some kind of response from them. And then what I do is I mark this spot here when I've spelled out 2 of clubs. And then I kind of get towards the end and I say, oh, okay, I'm not sure I got it. But at this point, you take this pile and place it on top and then turn over the deck. And now it's ready because this is in order of the 2 of spades as you spell it to find their card. So if you like, you can do a false cut. And so at this point, you ask them what their card is. They'll say the 2 of clubs, or if you're doing another card, it'll be whatever their card is. And then you spell 2 of clubs. T W O O F C L U B. And you said 2 of clubs, and yes, it is 2 of clubs. And you have spelled 2 their playing card.